Alright guys, let's try to make a YouTube video for you. I keep looking at myself and not looking at the camera, so if it looks all odd, that's why it looks odd. I don't normally like myself on camera, but I think this is important for you guys if you're trying to save a buck, or in my case, it's not available. So, I have this water pump outlet pipe for my 91 Ford Festiva with a 1.3 liter. Yeah, 1.3 liters, all 58 horsepower. Anyways, I love driving that little thing, trying to get it back together. The problem is, to get the gasket I need, I have to buy a whole new water pump. And guess what? I'm not buying a water pump for a single gasket. So what I did was, took a picture of that, put it in Fusion, did some trickery. I can make a video on that later. But I have this cut template. Now it's time to make the actual gasket, which is the more critical part. This is critical, but if you can take a piece of tape and put multiple pieces of tape on it and cut that out and then transfer it, that's just as easy. The critical part is having the dimensions correct and then cutting the gasket properly so it actually seals. So I have this, and I'll show you my method to cut it real quick. So I'm going to set you down, get you a better view, and then we'll get it done. I've already made this video once. It's 15 minutes long. Let's speed run it. So here's the deal. Go get yourself one of these. I don't know if that's backwards, right, or forward. We'll have to figure it out. Anyways, it's a Felpro 3060. Comes with 4 different kinds of material. 2 cork, 2 cellulose fiber sheets. I grabbed the one for water. As you can see, I've already made some stuff. Here's the gasket I made earlier. Anyway, so let's make this gasket. All I'm going to do is line this up. I like using a mechanical pencil and then lining this up. A lot of guys will come in here and they'll make it right here. What does that do? Waste a lot of material. So I personally like to shove this over as far as I can, as long as my edges line up. And since I've already made one at this angle, my edges do line up. It's just less time. Okay. Mechanical pencil, nice line. I like a mechanical pencil. I can't stand using fat markers or fat lines. Work in aviation and tolerances are critical, so I'm used to it. So, and it's part of my OCD. So, just holding apart. If you hear the dog in the background, she's not happy because she's still got her leash on her, because we're in a tornado watch at the moment. So hopefully I can get this done before a tornado takes me away. But I think we'll be all right. So, anyways, all right. Double check I got it all around. Yep, good. All right, as you can see, drawn. Sorry if my videography skills suck. I was not a videographer. So all I like to do is line up, see if I can get you a better view or not a better view. I don't know. I'm in my bedroom workshop, so if you see stuff behind it like the CNC machine and stuff like that, just don't tell my neighbors. I don't make a lot of noise with it when they're here, so, but sometimes I need to use it. So, all right. I'm trying to speed run this and not talk a lot. All right. Remember, exact on a knife, sharp, all that. Ooh, I guess spit this gum out. Don't cut this in one go. Make sure you're doing this in multiple passes. Just be smart. Yes, we want to get it done, but the more important thing that it's done right and it's done safely. So, there we go. Hopefully you can see that. If not, I'll show you in a little bit. So, I'm trying to get work done before we get eaten by a tornado. So 3 passes, 4 passes. If you have a pair of scissors, you can do that. I just actually don't have any. So, and then 1, 2. Since it's freehand, you can get away with a little more. All right, so you can see it's nice and. So for the round parts, I like to take the what I would call the fat out of it. And no disrespect, but It's just we'll take a bunch of the meat. We'll call it meat instead of fat. Take a bunch of the meat out of it. And then here's the other thing, guys. When you're cutting this stuff, make sure, right, this is the part we want to get rid of. This is the part we want to keep. Make sure your ruler, right, we would think we would want it like this, right? And then you trim here. No, you want it this way. Well, why? Because if I slip, I'm more likely to slip into this area that's wasteful than the area that I need to keep, therefore reducing my potential of having to redo this again. So we always cover the part we want to keep and cut off the excess. So hopefully you can see this. Hopefully this is a good angle. If this thing sucks, I'll be making this video again. But as you can see, cool. So we got the majority of this off. And you'll use less passes if this material is pretty thick compared to the other stuff in that package. But the cool part is I can then take my X-Acto knife and set it here and then just rock it. And it cuts, you can see it cuts this little bit off. And then I don't have to worry about it. I just work my way around the edge. It's not that critical, but quality is number one for me. So my buddies used to make fun of me like I was Chip Foose because everything had to be right, but it's worked for me in my 20-year career so far in aviation. So you can see we're just cutting little pieces off, right? Getting the edges. They don't have to be absolutely perfect, but we don't want it just hanging out and looking like a rag. Just take your time, work at your pace. This is the kind of stuff that I thoroughly enjoy about building cars. Just this challenge, trying to figure this out. And then it's just sitting down and doing the job. We're just working it. So, all right. Got that far done. All right, now let's do the inside. Hopefully that's not too loud for you. Like I said, we're going to cut. We need to cut this out. So we're going to block what we need to keep and then cut out what we don't. So all we're trying to do is kind of get kind of close to the radius. Sorry if that thunder is making some ruckus out there. Keep your fingers away. Keep some decent pressure with these fingers since you don't have a lot of surface area to hold down. So, okay. Go to the next side. For the corners, I'm going to show you a trick that my dad taught me back in many years ago with some modeling skills he acquired. And then you can always check the back and see if you got cut through, and we are. So as you can see, I made some circles earlier, and I'll show you how those got made. Let's see, is the pup still in here? Nope, she bounced out to go stare out the window. Another option to get these made is if you have a laser cutter, or if you know somebody that has one and you can draw this stuff up. Oops, see I got a little off, but I'm fine. There we go. Ooh. Talking and not thinking. Okay, so we've cut, as you can see, we've cut all the way. Oops, sorry, we're not in frame. We've cut all the way around, all four sides, but now we need to get the corners. Here's the secret. Go buy some of this stuff. It's tubing, right? You can see it's from K&S. This is 11/32 tubing, and then I got a piece. I don't remember where my other. Oh, here it is. I got a piece of 11/32 and 5/16. So in this case, I think I'm just going to run. I'm just going to run the 5/16. So I'll grab a piece of this, and here's the secret: take this tubing and get some brass tubing. That way you can cut it easily, and get your favorite X-Acto knife. Just using a standard number 11 blade, and come in here, and with about a 45-degree angle, like you were deburring, deburr it. And once you think it's done deburring it, keep going, and then keep going, and then keep going. And what will happen is you will now make a nice inside chamfer inside of this. Sorry about the noise. You'll make a nice inside chamfer. Hopefully the video of this is good. I'm just shooting it on my old phone. Make it nice inside chamfer, and you'll hear it. It'll starting to get a lot smoother. You can see that we got some chips coming off, so some swarf, as we would say. And then go in a little bit more of an angle, and just take off that center ridge. I wish my phone would focus on this. Let me see. It's kind of, but you can see right here we have a chamfer. Let me see. Yep, right here there's a chamfer, and what we're going to do is we're going to use that to create our hole, and then we're going to use that to fill in the corners. So let's keep going. Get this how we want it. I like to get the edge, this edge, this edge pretty thin, but remember it's brass, so it's soft, and we're just gonna hit it with a rubber mallet. But as you can see, we're working on a butcher block top. If you have something like a piece of high density polyethylene cutting board material or something like that you normally cut on, that'd be even better. You just want to preserve this edge if you have a lot of radius to do. So in this one I have 6 of them to do. So one thing I will do is I'll take this. I don't need the whole thing, but I can. I need about an inch. All you need is enough to hold on to when you're hitting it you don't hit your hands, and then if you roll the edge, you can cut a tiny sliver of it off to cut you another piece. That way you don't have to cut a whole other piece of this tubing. And this tubing is cheap. I bought 2 different sizes, and they're what, a foot long. It was $5. So the another option you have is, if you're a gun guy and you reload, you can actually use a piece of old brass that, say, the neck wasn't any good. You can do the same thing. So then on this side, I'm just going to literally deburr it. Not critical, but OCD. All right, now let's line this up. Make sure we're good all the way around. I like that. I like that a lot. And then just give it a couple whacks with a hammer, or in this case, a mallet. There it is. Rotate to pull it out. And there you go. Perfectly round hole with a piece of brass tubing. There you go. Alright, let's keep going. That's good. I'm feeling the piece of tubing. We're not getting any oblong edges, so we should be all right. I think I'm starting to see an edge that's rolling. Nope, just fuzzies from the blue papery stuff. Oh, missed. All right, one left. This really bad color of shirt to wear today to make this video, but it was kind of, hey, let's make this real quick and video it, so hopefully it helps you guys. All right, there it is. See if we cut. Oh, yep, cut just the perfect amount. So let's test fit it. Well, just like a USB, you always put it on the wrong way first. And there you go. Perfectly sized gasket for the water pump. So perfect to that. Perfect to that. Did I get off a little bit? Oh, no. There we are. There it is. That's how to make a gasket. If you have any tips or tricks that you use to make this faster, leave them down below. Let me know. I could use some help. I don't know, everybody else watching this could use some help as well. Until next time, see you guys later.